Hey gang, Ham back here with some Occupying Mars. That's right, we may be finished with the live streams of this, but we are not finished this playthrough by any means. As I said at the end of the last live stream for it, we will be doing episodic videos for it now to continue on this story and get stuff completed, because it'd be a shame to stop it right here. And plus, I want to get as much stuff as I can get done now, so when the new update comes out with all the chemical stuff, we can get that up and running. Now, if you did catch up with the live stream last time out, we'd already demolished this place, okay? But something happened with the save and it reverted me back to here, which is actually not too far. We're just going to go into this base with the really squeaky, chalky sounding doors that I don't like. It's like nails on a chalkboard if you think of it like that. But anyway, we're going to head in here now and get the pad. We're going to get the data pad that's in here. Then I'm going to head over because we did set up a well, remember last time out, with an oxygen point, so we could actually get some oxygen top up. But the other thing we need to do ASAP is look, here's the long short of it. We are, if we look at the green information there, we have 5,640 meters from home and our plants are starting to wither. So we're going to get this data pad. We're going to take down the main couple of buildings. Then we're going to dart back to base. I say dart, but it is a bit of a trip, because what we need to do is get our we need to get our plants out and make sure they're okay, because they are the beetroot ones, and I'll be damned if I'm losing more beetroots again. Even though I'm pretty sure we did pick up some more beetroots on this trip just the other day in the live stream, but I just want to double check. I want to get home. I want to save as many as we can because I want them building up. I don't want to keep losing beetroots every time we go out. So it was probably bad on my part again to leave them, but I did think that they would last a little bit longer than they have. But as I said, we're going to wander around. We're going to sort of pick up as much loot as we can. We're going to knock this place down. Now, you see, what I'm doing is I could drill this whole place down, right, and grind it all down. But then what you run the risk of is none of the loot that drops down, well, none of the loot actually will drop down properly is what I'm trying to say here. And it will all be floating in the air, and you've got no means to get it then. So it's kind of smart if we grab it now. So this data pad would be 3 levels high with no way to get it, right? So let's see what we get here for our lot. Use, please. All right, we got large replaceable accumulator 1. No, surely we didn't get that. Surely we already had that. Okay, well, that's what we got. Small building in accumulator 1, large replaceable accumulator. After the first contact with the surface on the red planet, we started improving the vehicles. After experiencing the second rotation on Mars, I can say that I was able to complete my final task and design an improvement to the vehicle. Okay, cool. Right, so that's, I think that's improving the battery upgrade for it anyway, for the actual vehicles, which is not a bad thing, because currently, and here's a little tip for you if you don't know, while we're out adventuring, we like to bring enough materials, and of course you can grind the materials out as well, but enough materials to set yourself up a solar panel, so while you're doing this sort of stuff, you can keep your vehicle charging away. Right. So I think that's pretty much the loot in here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, I'll be putting a series of little cuts into the gameplay, like a little bit different to live stream. Obviously, live stream you have to see everything, the floors and the raw floors and everything. But for this gameplay, I'm literally going to just show you the important stuff and things like grinding down bases. I'm just going to show you the actual base and then the end result of the grinding down of it. Okay, so a couple of floating circuit boards, which I managed to not be able to get one. So we're going to drive over and see if we can just grab it now. It should be just over here. We should be able to see it. It is hard to see. Ah, there it is. I can see it straight ahead. It'll be hard for you to see, especially if you're on a mobile device. Okay, what we're going to do is we're just going to climb out on top of here. I think there is a way you can jump up like this, and then up like this. Oh, except don't go over the truck, Ham. There we go. And then we wait, where'd it go? Did I just fly into it and knock it down? Is that what I just did? Oh no, where'd it go? I think I may have inadvertently bumped it into the next planet. Okay. Well, damn it, that was a small circuit board that's gone astray. So I'm just going to get out here. And what this needs is, this oxygen thing needs 10 kilowatts of power, I'm pretty sure. We'll just check it. We'll just check it. Or maybe it needs 10... It needs 10 something anyway. To run this. Can I see here? Well. Might be able to check on the map. It was a good tip last time out that if you check your power sources here. Yes, okay. We're currently getting only 5 and it requires 10. So what we're going to do is... Well, actually, we don't have to waste all of the big resources. We could literally just... Blueprints, electricity. We'll just put a small one here. We don't even need to go that big, so we're just going to go a small one. Raise it up a touch. That's going to be more than enough, I think. Rather than using a heap of resources when we don't need to, we'll just give it exactly what it needs. Get some power cables out, plug that in. Around here. Alright, so what that's going to do now is that's going to start giving us some oxygen in here. But while we're at that, we're going to fill up our water bottles. Because we're in desperate need. Well, even though we're heading back home now anyway, so it makes no massive difference anyway. So I'm actually not going to worry about it too much. I'm just going to fill the water bottles up. But you can see here, it's starting to store some oxygen. So what I like to do, right, especially because we've just finished here, is we've got our well. I'm going to actually rename that. I want to take that off. I want to go to map, please. Map. Bring up the map again, please. I want to go like this. I want to rename it with plus O2. Okay. Plus O2. Okay. Cool. Well plus O2. Just so I know on my map that's a thing. And then right here as well, I'm going to go name, and I'm going to go data found. And when I don't find data to replace, I always write no data found. Right, just gives me an indication that I've been there, I've done that, and I've seen it before. Make sure you grab your water bottles out too. Do not leave your water bottles out and about. I think you need 0.5 something. We might be able to fill one up now. Not enough oxygen. I think a little bit more, we might be able to get it. So we're not going to wait. We're just going to head off now. I do, however, while I'm down here, I just want to mark out my next area of attack where I want to head. And I'm pretty sure I want to head down here, which is even further. So I'm just going to mark that big building there with the red dot. I mark all my attack points with red markers. And I'm pretty sure we've been over here. Yep. Data found there. And then this one, data found as well. And then this one here is the next one we're going to go to once we head home and get all the plants back. So what I'm going to do now, instead of just... I could just do a cut as well and get us home. But what I might do is I might do a bit of a time lapse. Might be a bit of fun.
External.
I'm going to do a bit of a time lapse for this to get us home. We should have enough power in the tank. We've got almost full batteries. We've got plenty of oxygen. We're all good. So, yep. Right, well, I said I was going to do a time lapse to get us home, and I instantly lied. Because just over from there, which is 800 meters away from our well area, I found this little thing on the way back to home. Right, so I thought we'd just drop in here quickly just to see if there's a quick data pad. Because if there's not, we can just crack on and keep moving on. We haven't actually been here because I haven't marked it. And that's a good indication. So that's why it's important to mark it data or no data, right? Always good to just chuck that in there. We'll run in. There's a couple of loot boxes and stuff here too. Is there? No, not there. Let's just see what we can find in this place, shall we? Right. No loot there, no loot there. I'll try and be a bit smooth with the camera. I do apologize. It's a game where I'm trying to be smooth, but at the same time I'm trying to be quick. And those two sometimes in games do not go hand in hand. So I do apologize for that. Especially with me, I tend to get a bit excited, especially when there's loot about, and get a little erratic. Right, I'll take that. I'll take that. Cement. Okay, and then I'll take the circuit boards. Lovely. Here we go. Data found. You beauty. So we'll have a look at that back in the truck. And I'll grab a few more things in here, shall I? And then I might just do a quick rip down again. Look at this little display room. Can I take those off there? That'd be really nice if I could. Okay, base ripped down. Bit of organic waste fell on the ground. I may as well just grab that while we're here. I'm not going to worry about the rest of this stuff. I generally don't worry about little scraps here and there too much. I just like to get the main bulk of stuff. Let's see what we got for a prize. And then while we're off and driving, I just want to have a little chat to you about my thoughts on exploring out and about and probably tips that you might want to use while we're at it. While we're here, let's see what we got in terms of abandoned tablet. Tablet roulette. Let's go. What do we get to use? All right, we got industrial energy. The particular weather conditions slowly depleted the stored energy when the power supply died. The same fate was shared by our crops. We used the remaining time to discuss how to improve the energy storage facilities so that such incidents would not occur in the future. Cool. Industrial energy storage level 2. Excellent. Right. So, what? We're down here. Let's write a little naming convention here. Data found. Right. So while I said I was going to do a time lapse, I might just, while we do this quick drive here, just tell you a couple of things. So, in my experience, it's great to have the level 3 grinder, right? But I would recommend at least having the level 2 grinder. So I would recommend still being able to go out and do these exploration adventures with your, if you've got a rover and you've only got level 2 grinder, I still would highly recommend doing it, okay? Because you can still get bulk great resources. You can grind out stuff from inside the rooms. You can grind down solar panels, water power, or the water pumps, all that sort of stuff outside with the level 2 grinder, okay? It's the level 3 grinder that will grind down bases. But don't be afraid to go exploring for those data pads, because they're the ones that are going to get you the progression a lot quicker than not, okay? The other thing I would like to say is make sure, like I was saying before, you take resources to build yourself, like, even if you just take, so what I like to do is before I leave home, and think about this logically as in you're preparing to go on a camping trip. For a camping trip, you just wouldn't leave to go camping without food and without your tent and shelter and stuff. Same can be said for when you're going in your rover. Make sure you've got plenty of oxygen and water to go with you. Make sure you've got, and here's the trick, build yourself a solar panel just next to your truck. Then you can put away all the resources that you don't need. You can leave them at your base. Make sure your inventory is empty. Go out, grind down that solar panel, keep it in your inventory. Make sure you've got some cables on you as well, right? So that way, when you get to your first location, albeit it might be 1,000 meters, 2,000 meters away, and you have to set up camp for the night, and you're there grinding down a base all day, set up your solar panel straight away, plug it in, and then continue on with your work. That way, you're getting charge and you're getting your full charge in your rover while you're working away, okay? And you can just keep cracking on like that. So I kind of made it a habit from now on. Always, first thing I do when I get to a new POI, set up the, even if it's dark, I set it up instantly, right? If it's dark, if I get to a POI and it's dark, and I think, well, I'm tired. Well, sorry, the map is loading in. Even if I'm tired and have to go to sleep, I go out, set the solar panel up, so when I wake up, it's already getting power, and then I go out and I grind down the base. That way I've got half a day's worth of power, okay? So make it your sort of first thing you do when you get there. Basically like you're setting up camp. So think about it like a camping trip. It's the easiest way I can suggest it. Make sure you, when you go to bed, take your helmet off. Use the external rover oxygen, right? Use the oxygen rover to sleep. Don't use your personal oxygen, because your personal oxygen will become handy. If you don't set yourself up a well, or you don't have the ability to make oxygen yet, you want to keep as many oxygen bottles on you as you can spare to get you through. And the spare oxygen bottles will last you longer than potentially the rover oxygen will at the end of the day, which is totally fine. This looks like there's another base just up here, so I'll meet you guys at this base before we whip on home again. Alright, so just another tip and trick. If you're finding you're struggling to get over rough terrain, like you find yourself in a bit of a chasm there or a bit of a grout and you're bogged, you're not getting anywhere, make sure, and this is exactly what it's for, you put the lock differential on, right? So I just lock diffed mine to get over that little ridge. what it does is it locks all the axles, so all the axles are driving, not just 2 axles are driving, okay? So that's the point of that. How are we doing for power? It's getting late. We'll just quickly get out and see what we can do here. I may not even grind this one down because it's going to get late by the time we get back. But I want to check, have I been to this base as well? I have not been here. Right. Let's get inside and see if there's just some data to find. I don't even think we'll grind this place down. I might even put it as... we'll just see if we can find anything first. There may not be anything here to find, to be honest. If there is, all good. If there's not, we're probably just going to write no data. Okay, we haven't been here because we haven't looted this place yet. Not using the bathroom. Been in there. And nothing in here. The only way to tell would be to grind this place down, I think. Yeah. And we're not going to do that. If there's nothing out here, what I might actually do is I might write no data found. No data found, not destroyed. So, let's go like that. Let's go, track. No, let's go name. No data. No, damn. I hate when that happens. Map. It's getting dark, Ham. I know. We got to hotfoot it. No data. Not scrapped. Not scrap. I don't want it to fit in. I don't want it to be too long. Not scrap. Not scrapped doesn't make sense, but it does to me, right? You can write whatever you want there. Not scrapped, not scrapping, haven't scrapped, whatever. I just like to keep it short, sweet, words, done. Right, let's get home because we don't have long. Also, don't worry about shutting your door. Just get in the seat and drive. Okay, it'll do it for you. Right, we've got 3,000 meters to get home. It's getting late. We're going to need to sleep. I'm more worried about the plants withering. Also, it pays to do F5. Do yourself a quick save, okay? Right, we just went into 1,500, almost 1,600 meters out. Going past the POI. I'm not stopping. We're going straight home. I've already had a sleep deprivation warning, and that was at about 6:30. It is now 9 o'clock. So we're not even going to plug this thing in when we get home. We are literally going to run inside and see what we can do. See if the plants are okay. And then we can deal with the other stuff in the morning after we've gone to sleep, okay? That's your lot. Make sure you do hit your F5 buttons because they are your quick saves as well. All right, so 1,200 meters. I think I can see flashing lights up ahead. See you shortly. All right, homely, sweet homely. We are just about here. I'm going to pull up in the spot where I parked the Rover at the moment because I don't have the garage unlocked. Yeah, I don't have the garage unlocked, and I really want the garage, and we'll get there eventually. But it is nice to see home, still powered up, lit, and ready to go. So I'm just going to pull this in down here, not too far. The cables are kind of in the way. I might need to rerun the cables. Right, let's get up. We'll worry about that in the morning. Let's get out. I won't even worry about that. We are low carbohydrates, so we need to eat food. We need to get water sorted. But I don't really care at the moment. I want to get in here and check our plants, which means I think I need my tray, which is here. Perfect. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to eat one of those. Right. I'm going to... please tell me they're okay. They're the potatoes. Alright, so these are 50% grown. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take these potatoes and put them all in the fridge. Oh no. Looks like we've lost power. Oh, crikeys. Jikeys. What's happened? What has happened here?
Equalizer pressure.
This is what's been happening. We've been losing power, I think. Come on.
Equalizer pressure.
Let's see what's going on out here with the power. We should be having plenty of power in here, but... Oh, there's only two. Oh, right. We are using a lot of power, okay? So I'm going to just go easy on the planting, I think, for a bit until we get more charge up in the place as well. Also, these look like they could do with a massive cleanup. We do have all these medium solar panels up. I might need a couple more. I guess we're going to have to deal with it in the morning. And if the bases run out of power... Crikeys, I don't have any fridges either. I'll tell you what we could do. We could take some of this power for the evening from here. And run it into the base. You know what? I think we'll be okay. I want to see... It's 2:15. We might make it. They might make it. We'll just sleep here for a couple of hours. And we'll see how we go.
Oxygen, 75%.
Okay, so it's 7 a.m. We slept in the truck. We just left the door open too. We just didn't even care. It was only a few hours sleep. So we are going to be a little bit gassed for the rest of the day. We can check our inventory here and you can see our sleep. Yeah, sleep's not too bad. So I'm not too bad with that. What I'm thinking is we're utilizing a lot of power at night. I'm going to grab some water here while we're here. I'm thinking I might just whip up another. That's our O2 bottle, H2O. We got plenty of H2O. Okay, I'm thinking about whipping up another bank just here, which I took down not long ago, but I think it's probably better that we put up a battery pack. No, it's a transformer upgrade. Right, now I'm going to get up a few more solar panels. What we need to do is we are going to need every bit of our 1386 battery power that we've got going on here. The other thing is so after this bank here, we're going to be setting up another power bank section. So we're going to put another solar panel just here, I think. If I can squeeze you there, please. That's where you should go, I think. Yep. Even just this one is going to help out a lot purely because they offer 36 kilowatts per solar panel of extra power. And I'll show you what I'm going on about here. So I like this game because it keeps you on your toes a little bit, right? There he goes on his toes. I'm going to switch you out there. I'm going to put you up here and you can go in there as well. You don't need to be separated, right? So you're 5. You're going to run into the new power bank section just here. Right? So instantly that's going to give us another boost to this just here. So we've got 432 power in. We are using 260 out. Of that 260, I'm pretty sure we're using about 247 at the moment. So this is why I want to set up a new power farm. Yeah, 247 we're utilizing. That's just during the day. If you look at, like I said here, at your map overlay, you can actually click on your base, right? You can click on your base. Structures are using 210, buildings 59, that's that one. I kind of want to look at it all up in a general sort of sense. Can it tell me here? Not really. Okay. There is a way that I did see it. It'll come to me at some point where you can check how much you're actually utilizing. But you can see our base is quite extensive now since the live streams. It's cracking on a bit. So I am going to set up a new farm eventually. But while we're at it,
Low pressure line.
Let's get in here because I'm hoping these potatoes in my hands have not withered yet, and they haven't, which is fantastic. They can go on there, apply. They can go on there, apply. Right, I'll put all these down here. Put all the CO2 together, right? They're all my cleaning bottles. Put that in there. That's organic waste that we're going to have ready to go. What else? There's circuit boards. We can deal with those later. I'm going to, what we'll do is life throws you a curveball sometimes in this game. You kind of just have to roll with the punches a little bit. Fill up the oxygen. Even though we're pretty tight on oxygen at the moment. Right, we've got nothing in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these out of here. And I'm going to get my little tray out, right? These little trays are fantastic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I turned these turnips, right, into better yielding turnips, right? So I'm hoping that when we extract them again for more seeds, we get a little bit more turn out of them, all right? No pun intended. Turnip. Right, and these ones down here, how are you guys doing? We better grab you guys, hey? We might have a couple of duds here, I don't know.
Available point for technological advancement.
that'll be the AI telling me I've got some more science points. Right, these potatoes can go in here. Hot potato, hot potato. Right, I'm not going to worry about potatoes and stuff for a while. I did pick up a couple of magazines, I think, of more beetroots outside, so I probably want to get those planted at some point. But we want to be careful here. To save a bit of power and water, we're going to set you back to 0. Set you back to 0. Set you back to 0 and you back to 0. Right, okay. We also need to go plug the truck in. The truck has been the least of my concern at the moment. You can see I've started putting up signage as well to show where things are. I've got a lot more signage to do.
Equalizing pressure.
Let's go plug the truck in now. Right. I'm going to have to rerun that cord, I think. And this one. Plugger. Unless I can grab it from here, which I can't. I could move it over a bit, couldn't I? Then I don't have to rerun it. Yeah, okay, just move it over.
Oxygen source external.
Right, we'll just, because it plugs in on this right hand, on the side that's opposite to the driver's side. So I think well, I don't think. I did put out a video on mining tips in the rover. The video wasn't specifically meant to show you tips on everything about the rover itself. It was supposed to mostly show you about mining and how to utilize the ore machine and stuff. Realistically, I just thought, you know, I'd skip over the basics of plugging it in and stuff. But if you don't know, plug it in just here. And to recharge the oxygen, right, you got to make sure, right, same thing, plugged in with oxygen. You got to make sure that you have an O2 farm set up, right? So you need these saboteurs, right? The saboteurs, but if you don't know what a saboteur is, a saboteur basically reduces carbon monoxide, reduces, is it carbon? I think it reduces carbon. I forget what it is. It reduces something down into O2 and into methane, right? I think it is carbon. Anyway, these need to clean as well. I need to clean all of these. It could be hampering our efficiency on stuff as well if I don't clean them, which is probably not a bad idea. Let's check our power situation now. Up to 804. I would love to get this up to 500, but this is the last area we can put on the bank before it digs into the ground and it doesn't work. So that's why I'm going to set up a whole new area for power, which is not a bad thing. I don't think, because we're going to be extending quite extensively. Seeing as we have the new building just here, the lobby. We've got the lobby and we've got the mess hall right down here. Plus I've got my living quarters just out the back of it. So you can see my living quarters just here. If you haven't caught up with the base tour yet. All right, so sprinting everywhere, Ham, you know that, right? Yeah, eat something. So I think right now is a good chance to start getting this next power bank area set up, which I'm going to do out that way. But I wasn't quite finished with building what I wanted to. Are we on top of things yet? Sort of. Let's get the truck unpacked. Let's get some stuff out of the truck so we can build up this this new power bank area. Then we'll go in and do some unlocks and see what else we can whip up for building. Okay, you can see here charging in progress, and it will also say oxygen charging in progress at some point. Right, so what I'm going to need to do, I always keep my O2, a spare O2 and spare H2O bottle in here. I don't think I need. I'm just going to put the two O2 bottles in here as well. Right, there's my seed magazines, beetroots, and more potatoes. So I'm going to take those inside with me. Lovely. I always leave, split that. Okay, I always leave a repair kit in here and take one with me. Take that. Take as much of this stuff as you can. Right, are we full up on those? We're not full up on those. Right. Okay, and then here's what I mean by what I do, right? I always chuck, and if I can, I might have to chuck it on the edge here. I always throw a spare. Why won't you let me do this? Right. I always throw a spare solar panel just out here. This is the one that I use. So when I go to leave in the truck next time, I will tear this down and have it on me. for when I go out exploring, right? So I know it's ready to go, and I don't have to worry when I get to my new destination. I know I've got a solar panel up my sleeve, right? That comes with me. Okay, so let's go in and
Low pressure line.
let's go in and distribute some of these products. We'll put our stuff in the fridge. Put our stuff here in the fridge. I can go in the fridge, right? Let's go put our other products in here, and then we'll take out what we need for setting up our solar farm. I just want to empty my inventory first, get a clean inventory. So all of this can go in here. I will take those with me though. That stays with me. That goes in there, and that stays with me. Right? Okay. No, wrong one. That's supposed to be in the fridge, but okay, whatever. They're 36 to 48. They're 9 to 9.6, so they're not as good. Right. Okay. Let's go get the rest of those circuit boards and get them upstairs. Actually, I think I'm going to shift where those circuit boards live. Okay, a couple more. And that way I know, at least next time we go out, the truck is going to be ready. A couple more of them. Right, so I've got everything basic in there that I need. Repair kit, I've got some med kits spare. I've got O2 and H2O canisters, and it doesn't matter if the door's open. And it's plugged in, charging up with oxygen and electricity. Perfect, ham. Right.
Low pressure line.
Now, I was keeping circuit boards upstairs. I did build a bit of a room upstairs, but I think I'm going to change that to an area downstairs now. Because I started building, right? And just to give you an indication, I built this hub here. And then I built, like that's going to the mess hall, which we haven't built out yet. This is my bedroom in here. Right, starting to come along. Bathroom in here. Right, perfect. And then a nothing room. That'll be something else when I build it. And then more wings up there. And then that's an exit. And a corridor just out there. So it's getting there. And then what I did is I built a bedroom up here, which right now I started loading with electronics, right? But I think I'm going to move that downstairs. So I'm going to take as many of these out as I can. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put these all in here first, as many as I can. I'm going to tear this one down because this one doesn't have anything in it. And I know they say refrigerator, but they are a storage point. And I'm actually going to build this down here in this lobby. Just as a bit of a convenient place to store them for the moment. Let's go. Unless I think I can build them down here. If I can't, it's going to kind of suck. So blueprints, I think it's under living. Maybe it's under hab. Here we go. That one. Is there anywhere down here I can build them? There is not. That's kind of trash. We might have to build it in the lobby if we can. Is there anywhere in the lobby I can build this? What? What is this place? Can I come back around here into the workshop? There's nowhere I really want to put it in here, and it doesn't even fit there, which kind of sucks. Yeah, I gotta be honest. That kind of bites, man. Wow. I guess they have to live upstairs. It's kind of annoying, but it is what it is now. I'm gonna put them next to each other. Okay, whatever. They live upstairs now. I might just have this as a whole storage room. We don't need that bed anymore because I've got my own bedroom. So it is what it is. They all circuit boards now live up here. Whatever. They're all out of the way. Done. Dealt with. Cool. Got it good. Right. Let's go set up for our farm downstairs. We've got to keep an eye on the fact that we are going to be tired a lot earlier than usual because we only got like 3 hours sleep. Okay, and you can see here, hydroponics workshop lobby, and I need to do more signage because it can get quite confusing in this place as well already. And I built the place, so yeah. Anyway, let's go get some products to build solar panels, batteries, all sorts of stuff. Now, I've got plenty of ore up my sleeve as well, so while I didn't get as much scrap as I usually would have liked to, I did make sure that I got... take all of those, please. I made sure that I got plenty of ore, right, ready to go. I don't think I need that. I need the screws, definitely. Is that aluminium? Yeah, I'll take the aluminium plating. You seem to need a lot of that. We potentially should be doing a bit of cleaning as well, though. So steel plates. Right, and let's just check over in here. Inventory. I've got plenty of ore in here, but I've got more out in the ore refinery. Right, let's go build ourselves a nice little farm. Another battery farm that we can plug in and not worry. Also, I'm going to put an entrance out the front here. We're going to just tidy that up so we've got entrances coming in other directions. At the moment, we've only got a quick entry and exit in this direction. And the other thing is, I want to get this power up before the end of today. So I'm leaving all this nice space out here for building our garage area and stuff. Like we've got more expansion for the living quarters out this side. Right. So what I kind of want to do here, I've got power situations just in here, and I put a little light in there as well. So we've got power and O2 and water, we can slot into that. So I don't really want to block off this little channel realistically. So we are going to put in, right now, we're going to put in airlocks. We're going to put in a double airlock and then a ramp, right, as an access to this lobby. Okay. Whip all this up now. And make sure you want to have double airlocks, by the way. Otherwise, you're going to blow yourself apart. Right? You're only pressurizing one cabin and then you depressurize straight out and you will go kaboomo, right? It's science. Deal with it. Right, so there's our little crash pod that you can see that we started with earlier. We've got plenty of space out here, right here, in this spot just here, I think, which I'm not realistically like. We could put maybe another workshop in, but I think we've got plenty of space to build out here another electric farm. So let's get this up and running now. I'm going to start by utilizing the solar panels first. Right, how do I want to set them? I'm going to set them this far out. Actually, I am going to set them this far out. And as close as I can get them. 2, 3. I can even slip one out here, I think. 4. All right, we're keeping them in a nice row. 4. I'm thinking maybe we'll go 8 to start with, right? Because I think we get 8 on a transformer. So if I go V, it might be able to see a bit better. That's 3. Can I get one out here, or are you going to make a fuss about it? No, you're not. Can I get you to go up? I don't think it matters. Like, we'll keep you down on that level. As long as you're all in a row, I don't really care. Right. It's going to use a lot of equipment because it's 15 solar panels per one, right? So I'll probably need to run back in and get some more solar panels. We're definitely going to need to run back in and get some more stuff to build up the power banks and transformers as well. Right, so this is for nothing but purely just the base. Potentially later on a few more lights to go around. The other reason I want to build it right out here is because when I clean up those rocks, I just want to have a little area where I can scoot past with the rover or the quad bikes, or the ATVs I should say. If I need to. Right, I'm going to get this one up here. Do the furthest ones away. Furthest ones away first. That's probably going to be it for solar panels. We'll need to go back in and get some more.
Materials.
And electrics, right. So we need, what is it, 9 electrics, is it? It's 9 electrics. It's hard to see that number on the right there. 9 electrics and 15 solar panels. Right. We'll need plenty more. Plenty more gear.
Equalizer pressure.
Okay, electronics gotten. I printed off some electronics. That was silly of me. Oh well. You get that on the big games sometimes. Right, 3 to go. And we can set up these panels. I might even just set up these ones just here for the moment, just so we can get the basic banks up and running. So I'm actually going to run... I'm going to run these power banks out here. I want to leave myself plenty of space for more rows of solar panels. I have a feeling they're going to be quite... Actually, you know what? We could just run a long cord. No, this could get quite messy. This is what I'm thinking. Let's run the battery pack will go into
Suit power
there.
75%.
I'm going to run that like there, right? Then that's the battery pack. If you run the battery extension, where do you plug into, friendo? I think you're supposed to go this side, are you not? So battery pack cable running in from that way. Yeah, so if I build you up, right?
Not enough materials.
Small circuit boards, that's fine. We can go grab those.
Equalizer pressure. Low pressure line.
Yes, there is a low pressure warning. I think you need about 22 or 25% of air pressure inside the base before you can do, we can take your mask off to breathe. So just remember that for yourselves. I'll take 2 small circuit boards out with me. I'll take 3 just in case. You never know when you need 3. Wrong way. I'm determined to get this done even before the meteor shower. We're not going to get the daylight in it though, but we are going to get this done before the episode's out.
Equalizer pressure.
Okay. There's a meteor shower coming, gang. Right, so we get our thingy in there, which means that our battery pack extensions go on the end there. That's perfect, right? We'll put one on here. Right, and we'll get another one on there as well, actually. I'll make sure I got a few. Okay, I want to make sure that that is the one that's the important one, getting the battery packs up. Right, when it comes to the transformer itself, we're going to make sure that we've got this facing... this has to face that way. But we're actually going to face it that way. Right? Okay, so it's going to face that way. I'll show you why. Because A, the next transformers that you want to put up, right, are that one. Right? Okay. And then what you do is this plugs from here. Right, so that will plug from there. Straight into there. This will run from here, the only point it's got. Straight down to the base here, right? So we're just trying to give a little bit of extra oomph to this base. Right, so that's that. And then what we can do is now we can just dial in these lines just here. So I'm going to keep that line and that line free for those 2 end ones. These 2 here will go on 3 and 4. Right, so that one will go there. You're going to run to the furthest one. Right.
Warning. Weather alert.
Yeah, I know,
Meteor shower expected.
I'm determined to get this done, right? So it's ready for the next day. I don't care what you say, right? And then we're going to go 5. Same again. You're going to go to the furthest one out here, right? Just to try and keep it neat, because chat's been rinsing me in the live streams for how unneat I made my first set of solar panels. So I was determined from then on to do neat grids of solar panels, and rightly so. It looks so much better too, right? So plug that in there, and we've got extra slots now also for future solar panels too, right? And for future lights as well, because it might pay to run a bit of a light out here and really light up the surrounding base areas. Did I run out of, what? Surely I haven't run out of cables. I've got a bit of light on here as well. Let's pick up our cable that we're running, because we should now have enough to get us through. You can see the actual ticking down of the meters of cable I've got there. We are running out, so... And it is getting cold out here, but I actually have the next level in suit upgrade in my suit.
Warning.
Right, let's see if we can just do these up quick as well. I don't know if we have enough for it, but we'll see. Oh, this could be the death. I'm going to do a quick save. We do need to get those meteor, oh crikeys, those meteor defenses up as well at some point. And I don't have the unlock for it yet either. Oh, look at them go. Oh, here they come. Look at me, living life on the edge. Okay. Let's see if we can run this in quickly. This is ridiculous doing this, but at the same time, then we can run inside and it's probably worse to be inside. Like if you can see them coming from outer space, you could probably run for your life. But if you're in a base and it hits your base, you're just going to blow up anyway, aren't you? Right, so they're all plugged in. This will mean that we've got 700 and I don't know what the capacity in is going to be, but we're going to say what? Let's just say average 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180, 210, and 240, right? Plus the extra 2s on the end. So say you got like 240 in. So let's just say you can have like 150, 160. That's going to be 160 extra power out to the base, right? It says to that, but it's to the whole base, right? Which in the morning you'll see there'll be a surplus as well. So let's go inside now, do a little sleep, and for the finish we can just see how that's going to travel on. Right, so as it was, the base ran out of power once again, showing the fact that all the more reason we need more power into this base at night time, which means we need more battery capacity for this base, right?
Pressure.
So while we have power right now, we can't go that way. We were getting drained on it. Right, so let's go out and just make our final little adjustments to this power bank out here.
Pressure.
And I wouldn't mind putting a little bit more capacity of power on that. The other thing is you need to make sure that this is set up to give as much power as you can for that, right? So all these solar panels should be giving 100% to that. 288 kilowatts. I was way off with my mathematics, right? So we've got power out. I said more than that. 288 there. I want you to have 160, please, right? So 160 kilowatts going to that, which gives you another surplus of 128 for the battery charging. But that's for overnight. So let's say you need 50 extra kilowatts. So I'm going to say 80, okay? I could go around and do the exact maths for it. In fact, you know what? 88, just to make it simple. You can have 88 kilowatts power output, which is more than enough to cover the evening with the other battery pack. But what it's going to mean is we can get a little bit more build up in here. I'll see if we can get one more battery pack on here. Because if it's got a full day to get charges up, it's going to be well worth it. I don't know if we can have enough resource. How much electronics is it? It's 4 electronics. How much have I got in here? Oh, okay. You know what? To save face. I'm going to get a couple more in here. But that's it, gang. I've been Van Ham. Thanks for joining me in this episode. Yeah, we just had to get stuff done. We have to get this base being self-sufficient through the night. We can't afford this base to keep going down. So I am literally going to Chungus Magungus the battery pack out of this thing and really get the power levels up. The other thing is we've got storage for 1600 now. We've got a capacity of 615 in it now. We've got the 88 going out to it, which means that during the evenings now, the 88 going out plus what we've got over here should be more than enough to take care of what we need, right? Plus we'll get some more solar panels up on this and we'll really get a big banked lot of charged batteries up, and I might even set up a couple of banks of batteries, but I could just keep extending it out as well, right? So that's your lot there. This is the base so far. Join me for the next episode where we crack on. We're going to do some ore mining and really get the base cranking up next time. Yeah, if you got any questions, queries, comments, tips, hints, or tricks, please leave them in the comments section down below, and come and join the Discord as well. Right, I've been Van Ham. Lots going on the channel at the moment. I'll see you around either if it's a live stream or if it's on a video. Stay safe, stay glued to your screen. Get out of here. We'll check out points next time too, gang. I'll do these points with you all next time. Bye for now.